Welcome to Goffstown High School for tonight's boys volleyball matchup between the visiting Blackbirds of Keene High School and your hometown Goffstown Grizzlies. My name is Caleb Brown. I am once again your play-by-play commentator for tonight's matchup, and Goffstown is coming in on an absolute heater right now on a 5-game winning streak. We just saw them on Monday where they, was Monday or Tuesday, whatever day of the week it was, where they put a 3-0 sweep on the Sabres of Souhegan High School. So they're coming in very hyped right now. Very hyped, very hot. Keene's coming in with a record of 3-5. Had a pretty heavy amount of competition on their end to start the season. So definitely fought through some very difficult opponents. So both teams are very interested to get a look at each other for tonight's matchup. So starting lineup for the Goffstown Grizzlies, we have Austin Dezanos as our senior setter. Then we have our outside hitters, Boris Shapaniak and Jacoby Delahanty. Our middles, Brendan Riley and Ben Kennedy, and David Gerling as our opposite hitter. It's the same starting 6 that we have seen in their previous outings. And we got names and numbers for the Blackbirds. Unfortunately, I don't have grades for them, though, but at least we'll be able to put names to faces. So Keene's going to start to serve. Number 20, Jacob Moody, going to go back to serve. Without further ado, here we go. Moody with a left-handed topspin serve. Going to go all the way back. Ball's going to go a little bit long. Good recovery. Great out-of-system play. Delahanty puts it over. Here's a hit from the back row. Going to go right to Zanos. Riley's going to have to put up an out-of-system ball over to Delahanty with a tip. And a net violation on Keene, and Goffstown is going to take the first point of the day. Ben Kennedy back to serve. Senior middle with a jump float. Nice serve. Good pass by Keene. He's going to go, sets to the outside. Here's a push. Good cover by Shapaniak. Set to the middle, and a good block. Rejected in the middle by Reyes Fontaine. What a phenomenal block. His timing was perfect. And he set that right back. Stephen Heasley to serve. That was going to go long up. Covered by Shapaniak. Going to go outside Delahanty. Delahanty hits down off the block for a kill. Jacoby Delahanty with his first kill of the night. And Michael St. Louis back to serve to libero for the Grizzlies. Nice jump float. Really good serve, actually. Is a set to the outside. Gonna go a little bit long and down for a kill. It's like Shapaniak and Kenny got mixed up a bit. Number 11, Reyes Fontaine, who just had that phenomenal block, now on the back row to serve. Kenny with a good pass. Just doesn't have to travel for it a little bit. A little bit off. Delahanty with a roll. That ball's still alive. It was a kick save right there. Delahanty puts that down. I don't know if the camera caught that, though, but that was a nice kick save by Keene. That ball was still alive. So Delahanty back row to serve. Nice serve. Ball's going to be tight to the net, and ball's still alive. Another kick save. Oh, it doesn't quite go over. So 2 kick saves on back-to-back rallies by Keene. I didn't see him during soccer season, but I imagine this might be a couple soccer players just from what I've seen. Delahanty, another good serve. Ball's going to go long. Oh, it's in the ceiling. Good save, and that's going to go out. Delahanty steal with the stolen ace. 5-2, Goffstown. Another serve. That time went long. See a sub come in for Keene. We see Ryan Kupcha check in, as well as number 10, Tyler Hertzler. And Hertzler's going to go back to serve. Ertzler, line drive shot. Oh, it's going to go a bit long. Zanos free balls it over. Here's an opportunity for the Blackbirds. See if they can take advantage. Set to the outside. Down for a kill by Parker White. He's able to overpower the block right there. Another nice serve. Pass by Delahanty. Going to go outside Szczepaniak. Szczepaniak off the block for a kill. Good set by Zanos. Szczepaniak was able to get perfect timing on that. And he swings that down. Brandon Riley go back to serve. We have a short serve right there. Good pass by Keene. Going to go set to the middle. And blocked by Kennedy. Oh, they're going to call a carry on that, but that was still a good block, though. Riley, another good serve. He had several good serving runs against Skowhegan. Ball's going to be a bit wide. That's still live. Good job there. Back row, attack, and short in the net right there. Delahanty tried going for the pipe, but it's a little too short on the fire. White back row back to serve. Ball's going to be a bit short in the net. Gerling back in for Goffstown. Dazon's going to go in the back row to serve. 8-5 Goffstown now. Donos, nice serve. That's going to be an ace. That is. Austin Dazanos takes an ace. Senior setter now in the back row. Another really good serve. That's going to be tight to the net. Good adjustment there, and down for a kill. Stephen Heasley was able to split the block and get a kill. Nice adjustment, too, on the set. Ian Phelps, the libero, back to serve. That's going to be overpass right there. There's a free ball. Goffstown take advantage there. Good pass by Delahanty. He's going to go right in the middle to Kennedy. Oh! Benjamin Kennedy put the stinger on that one. Finds the back left corner. That's his first kill of the night. See if we get a good replay on that. Here's the free ball. He's able to go perfect timing right there. Perfect. It's a good serve by Szczepaniak. Ball's going to go to the outside. Heasley. Shallow cross-court kill. That's in for a kill. Nice spot by Heasley. He saw the corner, and he went for it. See a couple subs come back in. Moody and Bolton back in for Keene. Ten to 7. Moody with a left-handed float serve. Good pass by Szczepaniak. Nice adjustment to the middle to Kennedy, and blocked by Fontaine. That's the second block of the game. Keene's number one middle. A couple really good blocks so far. Moody, another good serve. Zon's going to go outside. Delahanty. Delahanty had to tip it, and it's out for a kill. Great adjustment by Delahanty. And Kennedy's going to go back to serve. Kennedy. Oh, what a hitter at today's! Kennedy with a line drive jump. When you're somebody as tall as Kennedy, if you can land the jump float and able to get perfect timing on that, it is really difficult to stop. There's another ace right there. 2 in a row from Ben Kennedy. You know, it's not often you get middles in high school who are able to, reliably do a good serving rotation. I went out that time. But hey, when you get 2 aces just like that, though, can't complain about that. 13 to 9 now for Goffstown. Good serve by Szczepaniak. And Riley with a great out-of-system play. Ball's going to be a bit tight. That's over. Good cover by Kennedy. Delahanty with an out-of-system play. Gerling with a roll. Here's an opposite set to the middle. That's a tip. Good cover by Kennedy. Outside Delahanty. Delahanty down for a kill. Great rally by Goffstown. Great out-of-system plays. Kennedy with a good pass. Senior. St. Louis to serve. Really good serve. Is this outside? It's going to be tight. Blocked by Tezanos. Wow, Austin Tezanos with the block. Shortest guy on the front row with a solo block. St. Louis back to serve again. That's going to be short. Be taken from the front row. Out of system ball here. Here's a push. Good pass. South in the middle. And Riley hits that out. Just a bit wide. Riley tried to go for the corner, but put a little too much oomph on that one. 15 to 10 now. Fontaine to serve for Blackbirds. Good serve. That's taken by Szczepaniak. Zalas to Delahanty. Another kill. And Keene wants to try to slow down Delahanty. They really got to focus on blocking him no matter where he is. Now in the back row to serve. Nice serve by the senior. That's going to be an ace. And timeout Keene. Goffstown with a 17 to 10 lead as we see the first timeout of the game. Remember, both teams get 2 timeouts per set. And Goffstown's on just rolling right now. I mean, they've had really, really good serves. Great offense, great blocks. I mean, so far it's a textbook start, similar to the first start of the Sauhegan game, so definitely can't complain about that one. It's really good stuff. Delahanty, Kennedy, Szczepaniak all doing a really good job putting out-of-system plays. St. Louis coming in, doing a good job in this libero rotation. Just not much you can complain about so far if you're the coaching staff for Goffstown. Delahanty's going to continue his serving run. Referee's just explaining something to the Keene coach. Unfortunately, I can't tell exactly what they're talking about. Seems to be nothing bad, though. All right, Delahanty continuing a serving run. Nice serve by the senior. Ball's going to be in the ceiling. Good play, though, by Moody. That's going to be a push and a good kill by Bolton. Moody did a really good job playing that ball off the ceiling. And, you know, as I said, that is the setter's nightmare right there. But he played it off perfectly. And Bolton with a nice push. Found the spot in the middle. Hertzler serve. Keene looks like they're running a 6-2 formation, so setter's always in the back row, so good something to think about. Szczepaniak outside, short in the net that time. Another good serve. St. Louis with a good pass. Kenny with the out-of-system play. Riley, who free balls it over. Here's an opportunity for the Blackbirds. Go set to the outside. Touch off the block. St. Louis with a good touch. Nice back row set to Delahanty. Great job by Szczepaniak. He honestly put that in the perfect spots. Is able to, put perfect spot right there. And Delahanty smartly went for the attack, and he got it. Jump serve from Riley. Szczepaniak with the overpass, puts that down. Keene keeping it alive. That's a free ball. Short in the net. See if Riley does that jump float again. I actually almost missed it. Nice serve. That's an overpass. Nope, that's still on their side. Free ball opportunity here. Zana's going to go in the middle to Kennedy. And another block. Wow. That was Tyrese Stanley. So middle blockers for Keene doing a really good job so far. They've gotten 3 of those. See Parker White in the back row to serve. Good pass by Riley. Tizano's going to go back row to Delahanty. Oh, long on the hit that time. It was a good idea. They were trying to go for the quick pipe. 19-14. Nice serve. Good pass with Delahanty. Got to be a bit tight. Tizano's puts that over. Front row player, he can do that. Oh, that's going to go out. Misplayed hit right there. 20-14. Goffstown has hit 20. We see Austin Zanos the back row to serve. Nice serve by Zanos. That's going to be almost, oh, no, still alive. That's over. Great job by Keene. Sal's got to travel for that. No, it's a bit tight that time. Pontiac puts it over. Ball's still alive. Great job by both teams here. It's going to be short in the net. That's great hustle by both teams. Both had to put out of system balls. And timeout Keene. It's second timeout. 21-14. Goffstown still holding the 7-point lead. And at this point, you can go point for point. You can very comfortably go for that. So, Goffstown still doing a really good job. Keene with some really good hustle, though. Goffstown still winning the points, though, but I will say Keene's definitely making them work for it. They've had to put up Goffstown's been forced to put up a lot of out-of-system balls, but they've been doing it. Although Keene, really good job blocking in the middle. Kennedy and Riley have both been rejected multiple times. So Fontaine and Stanley, the 2 middles for Keene, definitely doing a really good job. So if you're Keene's coaching staff, you definitely can't complain about that. I think if you're Keene, though, you just got to close off the outside hits when Delahanty's in the front row. All right, Keene's used both timeouts this set. Goffstown hasn't used neither so far. 7-point lead for Goffstown. Both timeouts still. They're in a very comfortable position to take this first set. Nice serve by Zanos. Is a set to the outside. And touch off the block. Ball still alive. Good hustle by Szczepaniak and Riley, but that's a kill for Heasley. And we see Noah Steffen in for the first time tonight. Short in the net. All right, Garling back in. As you see, Szczepaniak in the back row to serve. Good standing float serve. Is a set to the outside to Heasley, put up roll up, and that ball is going to be misfired. Tizano's good hustle, and Szczepaniak puts it over. Great job by Tizanos. That's a throw. It's a carry to Austin Tizanos. Hustle is rewarded with a great diving set. Might be my play of the game so far, honestly. Nice serve by Szczepaniak. Is an attack from the back row. Good swing. Ball's out of play. Kenny with a set to Gerling. And that's a kill. Gerling gets a kill. Kenny with a perfect set. And you know what? If you're setting from the middle position, always go for those corners. And that's evidence right there. 24-16. Nope, 24-15. Set point for Goffstown. Another good serve by Szczepaniak. Set to the middle in a tip. And a quick hit to Delahanty, had to tip it. Outside to Heasley. Blocked for the set win. Kennedy and Gerling together, and Goffstown takes set one, 25-15. Let's get a replay on that one. Had to go with the set to the outside, and Kennedy, perfect transition over. Block right down. Goffstown with a 25-15 win in set number one. Both teams will switch sides momentarily, and we'll be right back. Going to take a momentary break. Visiting Blackbirds of Keene High School and your hometown Goffstown Grizzlies. If you just missed the first set, Goffstown led pretty much wire to wire, taking a 25-15 win. Some phenomenal. I think the story so far for Goffstown has been some phenomenal sets, especially out of system balls that have led to several points for them. Delahanty, Kennedy, Shapani, I've all been doing a really good job putting out-of-system balls, and Austin Lozano, so I'll have to look back, see what point it was. Had a diving set that was rewarded for a kill. Absolutely terrific job so far for Goffstown. And just, honestly, just moral of the story, just keep putting the pressure on, and, you'll be in control of this ball game, no problem. As that Goffstown is to come in on a 5-game winning streak, and they've been absolutely hot recently, and this has been their best start to the season in I think at least 5 years. I think at least since COVID, this has been their best start. So same starting lineup in for Goffstown, and it's like the same starting lineup in for Keene for the most part. So Keene opened the game with the serve. Goffstown's going to open the serve this time. All right, refs are checking the lineups. And Goffstown's going to open the serve. It's going to be for Shapaniak. Nice serve by Shapaniak. It's a set to the middle. Good tip. Oh, the ball's to the ceiling. Good out-of-system play there by Shapaniak. Delahanty with a tip. And a free ball opportunity. That's going to stay up. It's not going to touch the net. Up. That's a good play. Over to Gerling. Misfires that wide. Keene takes a 1-0 lead. Good hit by Gerling. Just got a little too under it. All right. Nice serve. Over to Delahanty. Delahanty pushed it, and another block. That was Bolton and Fontaine again together. All right. Keene takes a quick 2-0 lead. And so the one thing that Keene has been doing really good so far has been the blocking. So if you're Goffstown, you want to keep an eye on that. Great dive by Riley. And a great dive on the other end by Heasley. And a tip from Gerling puts that down. So both teams putting up great hustle on dives. Goffstown with the first point as Kennedy goes back to serve. Oh, just skipped over. Good play though by Keene. Here's a set on the way. Good hit. Good dig by Kennedy. Delahanty. And it's just out. Delahanty just misfired on the hit. Yeah, it looked. Goffstown was looking to see if that was on the line, but it was just out. At least from here it looked out. Nice serve, good pass by Delahanty. Here's a quick set to the outside. Delahanty puts that on the ceiling. That ball's still alive. Great job by Keene. Middle to Riley. Good play off the ceiling by Stanley. They're going to use it. Quick set. Delahanty puts down for a kill. That was a really good job by Stanley playing it off the net. They went for the quick pass, quick set to Delahanty, and he put that down. And St. Louis back in the serve for Goffstown. Nice jump float. Here's a set to the middle to Stanley. Just off the block. Good pass by Kennedy. Where they're going to go outside Delahanty. Another block. Yeah, that was 4. Yep, Delahanty hit it off his face, and they called it a hit. And substitution rotation for Keene. 4-2 for Keene, as Hertzler is going to go in to serve and set from the back row. Good serve, line drive. Serve, good pass by Kennedy, out to Delahanty, puts that down for a kill. Zazanos has been really favoring Delahanty today. He's been setting a lot of his hits. The quick pass, set, kill. See Delahanty in the back row to serve now. A good serve, that ball's gonna be tight to the net. Free ball opportunity for Goffstown. Good pass by Kennedy, gonna go outside Shapaniak. Shapaniak had to reach, another good block, that's still alive. Zazanos put it up, another block by Keene. Riley puts it over on the second hit, 2 blocks in the same play. And it's out for, oh, we're gonna call that out. That looked in to me, but I'm just going to call that out. Point for Goffstown. 2 really good blocks in the same play for Keene. Delahanty serves that long. 5-4 Keene. White back row to serve for the Blackbirds. Nice serve, and that's an ace. Parker White with a nice jump float. Line drive hit. It's going to be short in the net that time. See Riley go back the serve. Nice serve. They go set outside. Here's a roll. Good cover by Shapaniak. Zazanos with the front row hit. Wow, what a heads-up play by Austin Zazanos. When he's in the front row, he can do that. He saw the pass was tight, and he went for glory. Riley with a good serve. The set middle to Stanley, had to roll it, and was able to push that off for a kill. See middle going for middle. Ian Phelps back to serve for the Blackbirds. Another good serve. Bit of a short pass. Good hustle by Riley. Kennedy puts it over. Good job. They're going to go right to the middle. And Fontaine winds that up down for a kill. Really short hit, but he's able to put that down. And Keene holding the 2-point lead, 8-6. Good pass by Delahanty. And oh, they're going to call setter interference on Keene. Oh, it's always a very tricky judgment call to make if you're a hitter when the setter's going up for that. Zano's back row to serve for Goffstown. Nice serve. That's going to be an ace. Austin Zano grabs another ace. And tie ball game, 8-8. Another good serve. And it's going to be a tip. Here's a good pass from Kennedy, and I'm going to call Kupcha under the net. Nine, 8. Nice serve from Tizanos. We'll go outside, short in the net. Easily misfired on the hit. Goffstown with a 2-point lead now, 10-8. See if Tizanos can get a couple more here. I always would like to get 3 or 4 on a serving run. Good serve. Is an out-of-system ball here. And a good swing. Give Delahanty with a bit of a tight pass. Good play by Tizanos. And that's going to be another block for the Blackbirds. Seemed like someone from Goffstown was in the net, too. But Keene doing a really, really good job on the blocks. And that might be a bit of adjustment you want to make if you're Goffstown. You got to cover the hits. Got to cover those hits. Those are always important. Moody back into serve, and he's going to set. Good pass from Szczepaniak. Going to go opposite to Szczepaniak. Hits from the opposite side. And he puts that down for a kill. Nice play there. And Szczepaniak with the hit from the opposite side and put that right down. He's going to go back row to serve now. Is a set to the middle. Blocked by Kennedy. Good cover by Keene. And they're going to call a carry on the. I don't know if I agree with that, but point for Goffstown. And here's that rotation that's really good for Goffstown, where you got Delahanty, Kennedy, and Gerling on the front row. A bit of an overpass there. They're going to give it to Delahanty. A bit of a long set right there. Delahanty with a swing and a miss. 12-10 now, actually, I'm sorry. Easily to serve for the Blackbirds. Zano's got to travel for it. Delahanty puts it up. And Delahanty and Zano's got mixed up a little bit. And we're going to see a timeout right now come from Goffstown. First time out of the set. First time out Goffstown's used all game right now. It is now a 12-11 ball game, and I think I've noticed so far with Goffstown in every game I've seen, they come out a little bit sloppy in the second set. I've noticed it in every game I've been so far, so that might be something they've got to try to clean up here. Against a team like Keene, you could directly get away with it, though, but when you get later in the season playing the more difficult opponents, that is at the death sentence. You come out flat and sloppy. So got to clean it up. I mean, Goffstown's doing all they really got to do is just clean up the errors. Just cover on the blocks and just clean up the passes and sets. And that's all I really got to do. And I think that's all Coach Josh is really saying for Goffstown. Just clean it up. That's all you got to do. Easily continuing his serving run. Short pass there, good pass by Delahanty. Gonna go to Kennedy on a back set to Kennedy. And he swings that right down really hard. You don't see many back sets to the middle. Let's see one right there. He was setting it from the 3 position, and Kennedy winds it up and brings it down. It goes back to serve. Good serve there. Ball's gonna be a bit tight. Ball still alive. Good job there by Riley. Shaponiak puts up a good roll. And a roll opportunity right there. Good pass from Gerling. Riley has to reach for it. Kennedy puts an out-of-system ball there. Gerling with a tip. Gonna go right to the middle. Delahanty with a cover. Down for a kill. That was a bit of a weird rally right there. See Fontaine back to serve. Good serve, good pass from Shaponiak. We're just gonna go to Delahanty. Puts that right down. Go to Delahanty, gets back on track. You see Michael St. Louis in the serve. St. Louis. Good serve. One libero to another. That's still alive. Good pass there. Where's he gonna go? Middle to Riley. That's a kill. And that violation on Keene. But we'll credit Riley with the kill. 15-12. Goffstown creeping the lead back up a bit. See if he can get Riley. Sorry, if St. Louis can get one more. Another really good serve. Gonna go outside to White. I'm gonna call the antenna. Oh, I'm gonna get that to Goffstown. Can we get a replay on that, please? I thought that was off of Tizanos. Can we get a replay on that, GTV? All right, refs are going to talk about it a little bit. Because to me, it looked like it was off of Tizanos' block, in my opinion. Because I thought White went up for the hit. It hit off of Tizanos, and it went off the antenna. So let's see what they say. So what they could do here is they could either give the point to Goffstown, the point to Keene, or they could call a do-over. Where basically how that happens is they basically say the play's dead, play never happened, they do a full reset. And see who they give it to. Nope, they're going to say it's Goffstown's point. All right, St. Louis continuing to serve. Another short serve there. Moody had to run for it. Nice swat. Outside, Delahanty, he had to tip it. Free ball opportunity here. Kennedy with a good pass. Where's he going to go? Outside, Delahanty. Off the block for a kill. Delahanty with another kill. 17-12. All right. All right, 16-12 actually, not 17-12. So they did call a redo on that. Oh, Tizanos with a dump. And he caught White napping there. Another heads-up play by Austin Tizanos. And here comes a timeout, Keene. 17-12. All right, both teams have both used the timeout so far. Yeah, that was just I think the correct call, yeah, was calling it a dead play. It was definitely a very weird play right there. I don't think I've seen a block, either a hit or a block off the antenna like that in a while. But, you know, in a sport like volleyball, it's very fast-paced. You know, it can happen just like that. You know, definitely can't underrate just how difficult of a sport this is to officiate just because everything's so quick. You got to call blocks that are very quick like that may or may not be there. Watch for net violations, going under the net. You know, balls that are right on the line for a kill or not a kill. There's a lot of fine-tuned, very intricate plays that happen in volleyball that are, again, just very, very difficult to officiate. So 17-12, St. Louis going to continue a serving run. All right, Delahanty, Riley, and Tizanos all in the front row. Good serve. Here's a pass on the way to middle to Stanley. Good cover by St. Louis. That ball, avoids the ceiling. Delahanty puts it over. Nice swing for the opposite side. That's out. That was a really, really good dig there from St. Louis. And it stayed out of the rafters. It actually went through the gap in the beams. 18-12, Goffstown. Good serve. It's a set to the middle to Stanley. Had to tip it. Tizanos takes the first ball. Riley wasn't expecting it, but he puts it over. Here's a set to the outside to White. Touch off the block for a kill. White, a really good job. That ball was tight to the net, but he was able to do a really good adjustment on that. See Hertzler back in the serve. On the line drive serve, good pass from Kennedy. So you're gonna go quick to Delahanty. Good dig, that ball's still alive, good job. Middle to Riley, another block. Free ball opportunity, St. Louis gotta put it over, he does. There's an opportunity, he's gonna go set to the outside to White. Puts that down for a kill, good attack from White, he's got back-to-back kills. Really nice job there from the Blackbirds. Hertzler continuing to serve. Good pass from Kennedy. Outside Delahanty. And a good dig. It stays off the ceiling again. Outside to White. Blocked. Good cover. That ball's still alive. Gonna go back to White again. Good tip. St. Louis with a pass off the ceiling. That's over. Tizanos free balls it over. Here's an opportunity. That's going to be a throw. So good job by Delahanty. He just tight-roped off the net. Now he's going to go back to serve. Delahanty to serve. Good pass. This is set to the outside. Tip. Outside Szczepaniak. That's going to be out. No touch. Yep, no touch there. 19-15. Keene's hanging in there. As White goes back to serve. Short in the net. All right, Goffstown hits 20. I always say a good benchmark is you want to try to hit 20 before your opponent hits 15. Riley, jump float. Just out. Good eye. Really good eye there by Phelps. 20-16, Phelps, the libero to serve. It's out that time. All right, Gerling back in to play the front row. See Tizanos go back to serve. 21-16, Goffstown 5-point lead. Good serve from Tizanos. It's a free ball opportunity here. Tizanos has to take that first ball. Riley out of system ball. Delahanty pushes it and then block again by Fontaine. He's had multiple blocks. And again, that's sort of the thing you got to talk about if you're Goffstown. You just got to cover those hits. See Moody back in to serve for Goffstown, 21-17. Hold a 4-point lead. Good pass here. Gonna go opposite. And a short hit there by Szczepaniak, 21-18. Again, Keene's hanging in there. It's only a 3-point game. You could take, if you're Keene, get some points here. You could pull this even. Good pass from Szczepaniak. So it's going to go middle to Kennedy. Oh, my goodness! And Phelps took it right off the noggin. Phelps is okay, but let's get a replay on that one. The libero of the Blackbirds took it off the dome. Oh, he's going to feel that in the morning. The ball was still live until it hit the wall. Ball's an overpass off the ceiling. Oh, good play by Moody. And Fontaine wins the duel against Kennedy, puts that down for a kill. To see Heasley back to serve. Good pass from Riley. It's down to Kennedy. Kennedy puts that down. Here's an overpass. Blocked again by Fontaine. Fontaine. Oh, they're going to give it to Goffstown. They're going to call him in the net. Oh, okay. They're going to call him in the net. All right, 22-19, Kennedy to serve. That was a good block, though, by Fontaine. He goes with a swing there, and they're going to call carry. 23-19. Oh, it's 24-19, actually. Set point for Goffstown. Set number 2. Kennedy to serve. Good pass there in the ceiling. That's over. That's a good ball. Gonna go to Gerling, had to tip it. Fontaine puts it up. It's out. Goffstown takes set 2. The final score of 25-19. Both teams are gonna switch sides here and be back for the third set. Gonna take a momentary break again. We're back to set number 3 here this afternoon between the Keene Blackbirds and the Goffstown Grizzlies here for tonight's boys volleyball matchup. Goffstown took the first set 25-15. They took the second one 25-19. And they're very comfortably in a 2-0 set lead, a chance to go for another sweep. And extend their winning streak to 6. Same starting 6 out there for Goffstown: Tizanos, Chapaniak, Kennedy, Gerling, Delahanty, Riley. And the same starting 6 out there for Keene. So Moody's going to open up the serve. Open up the serve for Keene this third set. He opened up to start the ball game in the first set. Here we go. Moody, really good serve right there. Good pass from Riley. Zona's outside, Delahanty. Boom, swing and a miss. Bit of a miss hit right there. Keene takes a 1-0 lead to start this third set. Good pass from Chapaniak. Gonna go outside Delahanty again. And call a net violation on Keene, but that ball was in for Delahanty anyway. Kennedy gonna go back to serve. Benjamin Kennedy winds up a jump, and that's an ace. Kennedy with another ace. The senior middle winds it up from the back row. He does it again. He almost does. Riley puts over a free ball. Delahanty has to adjust. Good cover by Delahanty. Ooh, we're going to call it a carry. Good hustle by Delahanty and Riley, though. Hey, that's an adjustment right there. Cover the hit. Delahanty even covered his own swing that time. You don't see that very often. I love those. Easily to serve. That's going to be short. See St. Louis in the serve. See if St. Louis tries to pick a spot. Good serve. Going to go to the middle to Fontaine. He's in the net. Fishy caught in the net, or in this case, the Blackbird caught in the net. Fontaine tried to go for the quick hit. Ooh, just short in the net that time. Fontaine with a good serve. Delahanty had to take the ball. And then, whoa, he just sneaks it over for a kill. That was a quick play right there. And I was going to go back to serve. Delahanty, good serve. White puts up a roll. That's a good spot. That's a kill. Really, really good spot by Parker White. I'd say he's been Keene's best offensive player today. I'd say Fontaine's been the best on defense, but I would give the medal for best offense for the Blackbirds to White, because he's had some really, really good hits today. Good pass to St. Louis. Kennedy puts an out-of-system ball, and a good tip from Chapaniak. We'll see Riley back row to serve. Good serve, good pass from Heasley. Oh, in the ceiling, that's an ace. Said it over and over again, this ceiling is the devil. If you are a volleyball player, it is so low, and it is absolutely obnoxious. Another good pass from easily going to go to middle to Stanley. Touch off the block, good cover from Kennedy. Zanos runs for it, over to Szczepaniak. He gets down for a kill. Great play from Goffstown there. It's a really good play. Kennedy with the good dig. Zanos runs, Szczepaniak swings that down. Riley, another jump float. Be tight. In the net, stolen ace. 9-4 and a timeout by Keene. First timeout of the set. Goffstown cruising so far with a 9-4 lead in this third set. Yeah, that's definitely an adjustment. I already see a much better job covering on the hits and the blocks this set. Kennedy and Delahanty did a really good job of that. Delahanty, I have to go back and look at that. He covered his own hits. Again, you don't see that very often, but I always enjoy seeing that happening. So taking a look at the schedule for next week. See if I can pull up my phone real quick. If I get service real quick. I'm trying to see who Goffstown's playing next. Come on, hurry up. Come on, quicker. Okay. Next week, Goffstown is at home against Winnacunnet before they go on the road to the undefeated defending state champions, Co-Brown Academy. That's definitely a very difficult matchup to have right there. Riley with another good serve. Oh, ceiling. Good play off the ceiling. Good job, actually. Delahanty with a good pass. Gonna go middle to Kennedy. Puts that down. Bang, Kennedy. Great kill. Great step by Tezanos. And I noticed with Kennedy, his swings are a little bit slower than normal. That's an ace from Riley. But Kennedy's mastered the later hits on the timing, and those are just really hard to guard. Really hard to block. Another nice serve. It's just out that time. Riley went for it. See some subs in for Keene. We see number 16. See who this gentleman is. Cedric Eugenio. And misfires in the net. See Gerling back in for Goffstown as Tezanos goes back row to serve. Overpass here. Kennedy puts it over. Nice job. (13-5). Goffstown cruising so far this set. Donis, another good serve. Gerling with a good dig there. Oh, that's tight. Kennedy with a good cover. Good transition from Szczepaniak. That's a kill. And that was very quick. You might not have seen it. Boris Szczepaniak did a really good job right there. Watch him. He transitioned very quickly, got position, swung that down for a kill. It was a really, really good heads-up play to immediately transition, get position really fast. Give me a tip here. Heasley just puts it over. Good cover by Kennedy. Back to Gerling. That's a kill for Gerling. Who puts that down? Nice job. Gerling's had a couple kills today. Nice job from the sophomore opposite. And another timeout. 2 timeouts already for Keene. 15-5. They are in a hole right now. Goffstown is just cruising. And they are hyped right now. They are excited. Really good job right now. Just a very well-rounded game so far, and I think that's sort of what makes this Goffstown team so good. Is their starting 6 is so versatile that Delahanty and Kennedy can do just as a good job playing in the back row as they do in the front row. Same thing as Szczepaniak and Riley. You know, Szczepaniak and Riley sacrifice a little bit of height compared to Delahanty and Kennedy. but they make up for it just with really, really good defense in the back row and then just as good defense in the front row. It's a well-rounded volleyball team. And, it just makes sense that they've had such a good first half of the year so far. It's a very well-rounded team. If they play good like this, keep this up. This is a team that could be a sleeper come playoff time. Good serve from Tizanos outside. Oh, easily overpowered the block. Gerling tried to dig it up, but couldn't quite get the correct angle on it. So Stefan in real quick. As we see Phelps back to serve. Short in the net. And just like that, Gerling back in. All right, here's that preferred big three in the front right there for your Tizanos. Szczepaniak back to serve. A little bit of a jump that time. Outside, had to reach for it. Good pass from Riley. Where's Zon's going to go? Outside, Delahanty. Puts that down for a kill. He had to adjust it a little bit, but he found the correct spot. Jacoby Delahanty, another really good kill right there. He's had several today. Szczepaniak to serve again. Another nice jump. I like seeing Szczepaniak and Riley put some jumps on their serves. Good cover, stays off the ceiling. Middle, Delahanty. Another swing and a miss right there. Try going for glory. Timing was there. The set was a little high. Delahanty and Tizanos just having a quick chat about where the set should go. See Moody back in the serve, playing the back row again. Good serve, good pass from Riley. Middle to Kennedy. That's a kill. Kennedy has been punishing Keene today. And he's gonna go back to serve. See if he can get a couple more aces right here. I really got to learn to keep my mouth shut and stop jinxing my players. Easily with a good serve. Good pass from Delahanty. Gonna go quick to him. And another block from Fontaine. Good job there. Well, that's kind of what we talked about in between sets there. You got to cover those blocks. You got to cover those hits, especially against a team that's proven they can block. Good pass from Kennedy. To Riley, another block. Good cover that time. Delahanty put it over. Free ball opportunity. That's why you got to cover it. Oh, tight. And it's a kill right there. Bit of a missed set right there. It's a good cover, though, from Szczepaniak. All right, 18-10. Short that time. Oh, the serving woes for Keene this set have kind of been a bit of a pain for them. See St. Louis in the serve. Oh, that's an ace. Oh, I'm going to call that out. My apologies, it's Nathan St. Louis, not Michael St. Louis. St. Louis. Nathan St. Louis. Sorry for mispronouncing your name all game. I could have sworn your name was Michael. That's going to be a bit tight to the net. So someone's in the net. No call there. Riley, good overpass swing right there. That's going to be out. 20-11. All right, Goffstown hit that benchmark. They hit 20 before Keene hit 15. Delahanty back row to serve. Delahanty, that's an ace. 21-11. I want to see if Delahanty will wind up a topspin. I want to see him do it. Nope, jump float. Another ace. Two in a row for Delahanty. It's crazy. Goffstown has scored literally twice as many points as the Keene Blackbirds. All right, we see Jackson Riley, the other Riley, in. That's going to be out. So we've got both, I think got both the Rileys in. Haven't seen Jackson Riley in this year, so excited to see what he can do. Good pass from St. Louis. Going to go middle to Riley. Long. 22-13. Good pass. Good pass again from St. Louis. Riley again. That's good cover. That's still alive. Delahanty sets it. Back row to Delahanty. And a pipe kill from the back row from Jacoby Delahanty. And we see Brendan Riley back row to serve. 23-13. Goffstown 10-point lead. They are very comfortably in the driver's seat. Over, it's still alive. Outside to Jackson Riley, had to tip it, good decision. Blocked, rejected by Tezanos and Kennedy to set up match points. It was a good tip right there. Quick set to the outside to White. Tezanos and Kennedy waiting. See Riley go for the jump float. Kennedy puts that down for the win. Benjamin Kennedy, he puts a dent in the floor himself, and Goffstown with a clean sweep, another win with a final score, 3-0 wins, 25-15, 25-19, 25-13. They improved to 7-2 on the year. They're on a 6-game winning streak. Keene's gonna fall to 3-7. Oh, this is great for Goffstown. He'll set up another winnable game against Winnicott before, you get to the really difficult games here. So, teams are just shaking hands with each other. I'm going to go grab some interviews, and we'll be back momentarily. Some interviews with the winning players and winning coach. Caleb Brown, Goffstown TV, standing back here with the victorious Goffstown Grizzlies and victorious outside hitter, junior, number 7, Boris Shaponiak. Boris, welcome to your first ever interview. Absolutely a great job today. You guys are on a heater right now, 6-game winning streak. What's the mood of the team right now with such a good winning streak?
Very happy. We have very good team chemistry right now, a lot of energy. I think that's what is winning us these games.
Yeah, definitely. Keene definitely today, I think their biggest thing was the blocking. They had a lot of really good blocks. They blocked Ben, they blocked Jake, they blocked you several times. So obviously the biggest thing you got to think about when you're going for hits, always got to cover the blocks. Was that something that was discussed in between sets? Because I noticed it got a lot better in between each set.
Yeah, definitely covering. And they were tipping a lot, especially during the beginning of the second set. And we picked it up from there. We were covering and
Yep. Yeah, so I mean, moving to 7-2. I mean, obviously that's a good thing. And we talked about the 6-game winning streak, and it's always a lot of difficult games on the horizon. And the big one, definitely the big elephant in the room, is your rematch against state champion Co Brown. We got one other home game that's Winnicott next week, though. Is that something you got to think about, though? That looming match on the horizon.
Yeah. Right now we're focused on Winnicott. We always have to focus on the next game before us, but yeah, we should definitely prepare for the next games, and Co Brown especially. So, yeah.
Alrighty, well, congrats on the win, Boris. Good job, and I'll see you again later this season.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, Caleb Brown standing back here with victorious head coach Joshua Ambrosino. Okay. All right, Josh, welcome to the show. Welcome to your first interview. Guys are 7-2, and I was just talking with Boris. You're on a 6-game winning streak. Definitely, guys have been putting on a heater lately. So, as a coach, what's your thoughts right now on having such a good winning streak?
To be honest, we're just looking for ways to get better. That's it. I mean, just one play at a time. It's a continuous conversation that we have with the team. Just let's get better and never be satisfied with where we're at.
Yeah, always a good mindset to have. So I guess my one question last for you as a coach. I mean, you got your three captains. You got Austin, Jacoby, and Ben, multi-year varsity players. I know Austin's been with you since the freshman year. Just having that type of leadership, that much experience, how invaluable is that to be on the team? Not just in terms of skill level, but just their leadership and their experience.
Yeah, so all three of those guys have been on varsity since freshman year, and they've learned a lot over the years, and we're super happy to have them. They're great leaders, and they continue to be great leaders and role models for the program.
Yeah, and I mentioned it with Austin last game, but he was playing out the DS or the libero role for the past few years, and made the transition to setter this year. Obviously, going from playing a libero to a setter, after you had a previous setter graduated, and obviously that's a big transition, though. But how has it been for him making the transition? Because obviously it just seems like he's doing a really good job with it.
Yeah, he's done a great job. He's a good all-around player, always has been, and he's unselfish. I put him in as setter. He never complained once. He was just like, "Okay, coach, I got you," and he's been doing a great job this year.
Yep, definitely a good thing to see. Obviously, he's putting on a phenomenal game today, phenomenal games all season, so definitely can't complain about that. So got some tough matches on the horizon. Mentioned Boris, you got your rematch against Co Brown on the horizon, and you still got Wyndham to play, still got Timberlane. So obviously a lot of very difficult games to play, though. But your mindset basically is take it one game at a time, I assume.
Our focus is Wednesday against Winnicott.
Yeah,
that's our only focus, and we're ready to prepare for Winnicott. So, yep.
Yeah, definitely. So, well, a lot of games left, though, but still plenty to happen in the rest of the season. So, Josh, congrats on the win. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
And we'll see you later on this season.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, Caleb Brown, Goffstown TV signing off here. Goffstown wins 3-0 over the Keene Blackbirds. We will see you next week when they play the Warriors of Winnicott High School. And Caleb Brown signing off. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.